bunch of bullcrap. What goes up must come down.
Should I be here? Yeah. Think that hurt? No. Let me give you a hand.
Nailed you. The vicious are on it again!
So he liked Randy because he's easy to manipulate? Oh, that's rich.
Do you realize how you've spent the last decade, old chum?
Why don't you two fight about who's actually worse? Plenty to discuss. That's a show I'd absolutely pay to see.
Don't give them any ideas.
Too late.
In the meantime, it'll be interesting to see how Dr. Mabry reacts as we close in on his presumed location. I'd like to think he'll continue to open up about his motives.
And his past. We theoretically know more than we did before.
Yet somehow everything seems muddier than ever.
Isn't that adorable? They're completing each other's sentences now.
Well, now they're just boring.
You'll see him again soon.
I belong back here.
Amuse me.
Nailed you.
No.
What goes up must come down, right?
Hope this stays with you.
Enough of you! Give me real pain!
Extra, extra! Eloy Edwards' stunning confession! Dr. Ohm runs steam, not him! Read all about it!
We can rest here and heal.
You'll see him again soon. Nailed you. What's the point? Usually blindfolded for this. Getting sharper. Old-fashioned but effective. Don't test me. You're going nowhere, darling. So much going on lately!
Oh, this is one of my favorites.
It still amazes me, Uncle. Weeks of chaos and you're still running the Circus Electrique like it's a normal Tuesday.
Wrong. We used to take Tuesdays off.
You really are the worst, Randy.
Do you lovely ladies truly not see that I do this for love?
Love?
For love of doing the show. For love from the audience who sees it. For love of the audience who sees it.
For love of proving that no matter how dark the world might get, this planet will never rid itself of copious joy. You said these exact words to me when I was a kid. Many times.
You remember. Oh, both of you remember. Good. And though I have yet to see it, I believe said copious joy even lurks within certain forlorn Phyllises.
I'm not completely joyless, you know. And I will admit, I'm suddenly slightly less revolted.
Repairing defenses.
Yeah. A mighty ovation. Нет. Oh, did that hit your head?
Should I be here?
Know who I am? My inner strength veins. I applaud you! No. Jealousy?
Crowd loves this one.
So much going on lately!
We pass a small casino, where a man who must frequent the place stands outside, waiting for someone to talk to. Lucky us. He speaks with an American Southern drawl. "I won 1,000 shillings tonight," he boasts. "Pick the pouch it's in and it's yours. Only costs 300 shillings to pick one." I choose to see the good in this decision. Who's the best choice to please the audience this time?
An unfamiliar feeling, this.
Repairing ally unit.
No. Yeah.
Must I continue?
Repairing ally unit. Repairing ally unit.
Нет. My inner strength fails. All in the wrist!
Some trick. I'm not a threat!
Moving in a backwardly direction.
Enough of you!
I believe this is doubt. Better than a bandage.
modified this trick.
Wow! What an issue!
If you have a few moments, Amelia, then so too do I, to discuss one thing. Ask me about the time between the closing of the Circus Electrique and the opening of the Circus Electrique, I suppose. The era of steam.
This should be interesting. Months after the Circus Electrique folded, you started Steam. Why was this necessary?
The master plan, of course.
The master plan to get innocent Londoners to attack one another?
A necessary evil, sadly. Just part of what it takes for me to finally get home.
Can you please elaborate?
Right now, no. But back to your initial question. Shortly after my manifesto lit the spark that gave us our modern age, the world was privy to copious resources it could never have dreamed of just a few years prior. With those at hand, I could finally take things to the next level, to create devices only I knew how to create. Steam was born, and soon to follow, my way home.
Why did you recruit Eli Edwards to head Steam, at least in appearance?
I needed a decoy, and I knew him already. I knew that the promise of great riches would get him what he really wanted.
And what he really wanted was what? Fame? Power?
No, dear girl. Just his own damned circus. Pathetic, I know. All it took was that promise.
And he never knew who you really were?
All of our communications were like this one right here, remote. Except I used a photograph of Thomas Edison to represent myself. A dolt to fool a dolt. Eli never questioned it.
That's actually a little funny.
Perhaps I missed my calling as a comedian.
I said a little.
Oh.
What made you start Steam?
The master plan, of course.
The master plan to get Can you please
right now, shortly after my Steam was born.
Did the Circus Mécanique benefit your master plan in any way?
Immensely. More than I could have dreamed. The devices used by performers, the mechaniques themselves, were inexpensive and easily reproduced. Anyone who saw a mechanique in action had to own one for themselves. Enormous profit for Steam.
Whilst also getting even more control specs onto people's faces, for your benefit years later.
How brilliant is a master plan without some sort of long wait, after all?
A degree of brilliance only topped by its degree of evil.
Both of which are high. Right.
Very.
Good. Just clarifying.
You could have created a pillar of power without the Circus Electrique reopening. Why return?
My dear, the reopening was planned from the start. Let's just say I wanted your uncle to play a role.
A role in the maddening? Why?
Because despite the jolly exterior, I know he suffers within. He knows there's blood on his hands. Blood that grows thicker by the day. And I revel in that.
Dear God, why? Why such pointed cruelty?
Enough of this topic. Enough! We will reconvene at a later date.
So, I now know you started steam for your master plan, though you're leaving out why Londoners must kill each other. And that you helped Uncle Randy reopen his circus so that he'll suffer from within, knowing he played an unwitting role. How much longer before things actually make sense?
Bye.
Am I feeling generous today?
You'll see him again soon.
Yeah. A mighty ovation!
There. Extra! Extra! Big Ben is broken! And so are we! Read all about it!
Let's see what he has this time. What strategy should we employ in sliding our coins this time?
May the healing light find you. I heal your wounds.
The best tricks hurt.
Enough of you!
I've modified this trick.
Who's so hot it'll burn your hands?
The show of all shows!
They'll come down. Eventually.
Heal.
Just a little twirl.
Who's bleeding?
I heal your wounds.
Monster! The vicious are on it again! Wheel kick! Ready to feel this?
May the healing light find you.
Show me real pain. Oh, did that hit your head? You amuse me.
healed.
But
You
where will
think
they
that
land?
hurt?
You'll see him again soon.
Прощайте, друзья!
Who's bleeding? So much.
I've been thinking a lot about what the secret steam structure could be. Everything you've said about Mabry's obsession with getting home. This ties into it. It has to.
Built thanks to the master plan, no doubt. But what does it do?
The structure is very high. Perhaps it reaches even higher.
What? Like, to outer space?
Would it shock you if Mabry reveals that he comes from a different planet, hence going home?
What shocks me is how much bloody sense that suddenly makes. Out of nowhere, we hear a voice. That's far enough. Me boys' pistols are pointed right at your heads. Leave your money behind. At least 1,000 shillings. Otherwise, I'll just come claim it from your dead bodies myself. Not bad at all.
down. Eventually. Just look at this headline! Can you...
Am I feeling generous today? Let's see what he has this time.
They'll come down. Eventually.
Heal.
Did you read?
Getting sharper.
Better than a bandage.
Repairing ally unit.
You'll see him again soon.
Show me real pain! That'll cop a mouse!
What goes up must come down, right?
You think that hurt?
What a day, what a day, what a day!
Oh, the wonders you will see!
I heal your wounds. An unfamiliar feeling, this. Heal.
What a day, what a day, what a day!
Amelia! I have 7 minutes and 48 seconds of free time at the moment.
Then I shall use all 468 seconds very wisely. It's time to answer. Why do you get so nervous around me?
Because of her. You remind me of her.
My newspaper story will be so much more interesting with an actual name.
Shonda, all right? Susanna Craig, your mother. You look like her. You act like her. You talk like her. You drink a damn glass of water like her. It's uncanny. Talking to you was like talking to her. It brings back memories.
Memories of what? The accident? I know you were there.
That and so very much more. Shonda was special.
What was your relationship with my mother?
Unrequited love.
Wow. Direct. And very succinct.
There were times when I tried to get her to love me. Genuinely tried.
But you were as nervous around her as you are around me?
Worse. Every night I went to bed with a smile on my face, thinking of her beauty. Fantasizing of the happy life we could have together. Only to wake up the next morning alone in bed, realizing my lot in life.
I had no idea you felt that way. Did she?
I don't know. Like I said, I could never find the words to tell her. With your father gone since before you were born, disappeared at sea, was it? I had no excuse. I was just pathetic.
How did you feel when my mother died?
At first, guilty.
Guilty?
Guilty for having created the dreadful contraption that resulted in her demise. Guilty for not rushing to save her. Guilty for never fully explaining how I felt about her.
Why guilty for the last one?
I would have taken her away from the circus to a much grander life. She would have retired from lion taming before the event happened in the first place.
Would you have taken her with you for the formation of Steam?
That's the funny thing. She kept me from forming it. I was on the brink of leaving to do so when she returned from her travels.
With me?
Yes. I stayed at the circus longer than I had planned to, for her. And I left once there was no more her to be there for.
Had the accident not happened, had you eventually won her over, would Steam have ever happened?
No. For the first time in my life, I would have been happy. For the first time in my life, I would have been home.
So this home you're looking to get back to, it isn't necessarily a place, it's happiness? With my mother?
Next question.
Do you blame my uncle for the death of my mother?
Yes.
Always so forthright with the details.
Well, he did make me build the damn device that killed her.
But do you feel he actually planned what happened? Intentionally?
It doesn't matter. She's dead. And that only happened because Randolph commissioned the device. If I could turn back time,
You'd what?
I'd bloody kill the son of a...
Hey now, if he's a son of the word you were about to say, then you were talking about my grandmother, who most certainly was not that. And wouldn't that make Mum the daughter of a...
Clever girl. Such a clever, clever, clever girl. Like her. We are at 8 minutes and 12 seconds, Amelia.
Thank you for being so generous. Those extra 25 seconds really made a difference. All kidding aside, I didn't know about your feelings for Mum. And let me make sure I heard you correctly. If you could turn back time...
I'd kill him. I'd kill your uncle. Frame someone else for it, and use your mother's fragile state to be the one who's there for her. She'd have no choice but to finally love me too. I wouldn't even need to state my own feelings. I can think of no happier ending.
You think about this a lot, don't you?
All the time. Yes. All the time.